the Kvamme is on this map, the name is there, and Bergen's here, and so it's within, you know, if you're in downtown Bergen, you can get to the farm in 45 minutes, I guess, something like that. Yes.
How old were you? Were you 3 weeks?
A month and a half. And then,
Is there a tunnel now?
yeah, there are some, and then there are bridges, and I'm not a good one to answer those questions. This is my mother's mother.
So much for that.
I heard there was a tunnel.
Okay, there is a tunnel.
I don't know where I heard that. It's a shortcut. You didn't have to go that far.
That's why it doesn't take very long. You don't have to get in a boat or anything. I just don't know, that's geography. And so this is my mother's mother. She died, and her last name was Arna. And there's a little town, just like there's a Kvamme, there was Arna, which is just adjacent. And she died at my mother's birth. And then my mother's stepmother's, well, let me get this right. My mother's stepmother's
Mother
had just had a baby, and so my mother nursed with the mother of her future stepmother.
Wow.
Anyway, this is the stepmother. That's my mother's father and the stepmother, and she is the sister of people that, like some of you know the Nilssons, Francis Nilsson, and maybe not very many of you. Yeah, a sister of Francis Nilsson's mother, and so.
Excuse me, Olaf, do we know anything about your grandmother's life at all?
Well, see, we never made contact with her until with that group of the family until recently. I have subsequently become acquainted with Arna, who's a school teacher in the area. Also, another person that I had lunch with when I was in Norway. But they're very close together in terms of physically. You know, it's not a distance. My mother worked at the Arna factory. There was a factory in Arna making cotton, a mill, and so.
Is that where the train goes? Is that where if you're going to go to Kvamme, you get off at Arna?
No, to Arna.
Arna.
Are these ribbonesses?
These are ribbonesses.
These are ribbonesses, yes.
These are ribbonesses, and but her last name was a Kvamme. She was a Kvamme, and our grandfather and the people down there were cousins. Martin Kvamme and all those.
Yeah, what was her first name?
Camilla?
Huh?
Is it Camilla?
No. I'm at the age when names if anybody
Ruth would know.
My mom would know.
Ruth would know.
I remember when she made the last trip to this country, and I remember she came in the morning, and I was in bed, and she cried and kissed me and left.
Aww.
So he had been to the United States, and they had a very tough time keeping him from driving. He wanted to get a car and drive around on his own, but I think he was when we were living out of Fife. He was visiting. This then is the ship that we took from Southampton, England, to Quebec. They first left from Bergen, and then down to Liverpool. Not Liverpool.
Southampton?
No, the trip, the city,
Not
halfway up the coast. And anyway, and then took the train from there down to London and Southampton. London and Southampton are together. And then boat went across to France. No one got off there, but people got on the boat and then went to Quebec. And then got on a train. When they got to Montreal, they realized that they didn't have their luggage with them. They thought that the people would take care of that.
Oh, it happened back then.
So that they had to go into a hotel. My dad had to go back to Quebec to get the luggage and then back to Montreal. So, at any rate, for whatever that's worth. Then, this is my passport, their passport. I've got the passport. This is a copy of the passport. And just a Norwegian passport. I should have that down there. I didn't know I was going to do this until a half hour ago. At any rate, that's the passport. And you can see the stamps of the going into England and Bergen, and born in Norway, da-da-da-da. This is nothing related to that. This is my St. Olaf medal from the King of Norway. And this was a presentation of this medal, which I have.
So you're a saint?
No.
He's a Norwegian.
St. Olaf was a saint, but I wasn't. This is a medal in his honor, but this is a medal that goes to people who theoretically contribute to Norway's position in America. That's the idea. Now this is after we left a anniversary party for, here are the Revenuses again, and here are the Revenuses, her mother and father. And Christine is in this picture, right here.
Yeah,
Christine,
I saw Christine.
Is there, well...
It must not have been the tradition to look very cheerful for these group pictures.
Arnie Unneland, our cousin, has done a very good job. If anybody really wants to know who's in the picture, I can tell them right there. Anyway. You're enjoying this, aren't you, Nick?
If you see pictures of the Russians, they never smile.
Let's skip this because this is getting a little lengthy.